So I'm going to add those elements. I'll probably add data labels, probably on the outside, and there it is. And if I wanted to change these to percentages, just double click to open up the format data labels, and instead of value, you just choose percentage. So it's almost got the work done. Not fully for us, but at the same time, it still looks great. And then of course you can design the format whatever you like. I'll make it more of a blue color. Well, I don't want them all to be blue. Just select one of them. I'll make that one darker blue. I'll make this one red. Let's go with yellow. Let's go with a lighter green. And there we go. And if you wanted to add the percentages once again, you can always change. Go back to Design tab, Layout, or you could click the little plus here and choose where you want the data labels to go. Maybe I want them to be in the center. And then also, you know what I want to do here? I want to make these white. That looks better. So maybe you want to make them a little bigger, whatever works for you. But now we have an awesome looking pie chart. And even though Copilot couldn't do the work for us, it did most of it. The next thing we are going to talk about is being able to highlight, filter, and sort our data. And if you are ever wondering how to always remember, you can reset by clicking topic reset to the original 3 prompts. So if you just click on change topic, we will reset and show data insights, just the formula or how to highlight, filter, and you can click here and it will give you a couple of how-tos on filtering and sorting. If you actually want to sort, you can actually click on the view and go to edit, and this is where you will see sorting, highlighting, filtering, and also applying. So these are the prompts to actually do what we want. We could say that we want to sort this. You will see sort. Now it's important to note that you can also sort in ascending or descending order. For example, let's say I want to sort this by product in ascending order. That's going to work perfectly. So it's looking at our data and then we will get the results, and here we go. You can now see that products are binders, then notebooks, then paper clips, then pens, and it will even tell you what happens if I want to sort this in a specific order. Maybe I want to sort by division, right? And I could say sort by division, but I want it in this order. Let's do sort by division: north, east, so west. It's going to actually return a result that says it can't do it because Copilot, as of right now, can do custom sorting. So let's give it a second to finish up here. You will see here it says I'm sorry, but I'm able to sort the division column in the custom order you specified. However, I can have sort of the division column in ascending or descending order. So right there, it tells me we can't do customer orders yet. There I see this. You know, in the future, of course, it's going to update. Remember that I said it's a learning language, so it's going to start to learn more, and we should be able to do that sooner than later. Now, with that said, the next thing we are going to talk about is highlighting. And once again, if you just click on change topic, you can go back to the original prompts. But anytime you ask it to do something, it comes up with other prompts. Like how many products of binder, or are there any outliers in my data? So that's a really great thing that gives you just prompts that you might have not thought of. But let's go back and change topic. The keyword prompt for highlight is going to be highlight. So if you click on how can I highlight, it will tell you you can say highlight data. Try saying bold the top 10 values in the sales column, or I can click on view prompts, go to edit and use highlight, or you can just use regular English and say something like please highlight, and we will say top 10 total items sold a yellow or something like that. We will see this work very nicely where it's going to highlight the top 10. So this is the column that we want in a yellow color, and there we go. It's actually starting to work right now. So now I can go through and see that conditional formatting was done for me. Now what's really cool about this is even though Copilot did this for me, if you want to see the rule, you can always just go back to the conditional formatting, go to manage rules, and you will see it's in there now. So it's applying this top 10 and it's applying this format, and that's a really cool thing to see that we didn't even have to do. So with that said, since Copilot was so good at doing this, let's just clear that out. You can either go to conditional formatting, clear rules, and clear from entire sheet. But I'm very curious to see if it's actually clear yellow color, or clear the highlight thing. If it will do that one, now remember it's keeping track of the ones before. But if you did close out this file and open it up again, well then it's going to continue a whole new session for Copilot, and it's finishing up. Let's see if it's going to apply it. I cleared the formatting on the top 10 items and the columns, so it looks like it still didn't do it. And this is once again one of those examples of how it's not fully there. The abilities are great, but it doesn't always work in your favor. So I would say that this is incorrect actually. Didn't clear the formatting, and I'll just tell it didn't do what I asked. And then I include a screenshot if I wanted to. And then I can say share my prompt and maybe recontact you, and I could submit. So that's really cool. Once again, this is something that I would do. Feedbacks always help to generate a better application later on. But as for clearing this formatting, once again, we could just clear it ourselves, clear from our sheet, and it's back to normal. Last thing I want to showcase is filtering. So you can either just start by saying filter for this, or I can say change topics and go back to the prompts. I'm not going to. I'm going to say please filter for the month of January, and let's see what it comes up with. So we have our month. It should be smart enough to see that in our data. And look how cool is that. I applied a filter on one column showing only things equal to January, so it's working immediately for us. Now that we have this, we can always use the same thing where we click the little drop down and clear the filter. I'm curious once again to see if it will clear the filters. And it's always fun to just play around, see what works, what doesn't. So we will give it some time. Once again, it's almost there. Let's see if it returns our data, and there it goes. That one actually worked really well. And on the info side, I removed the filter on the table. Anything else you would like me to do? So since we made this a table, this is actually a point. It does say table 1. It's a good idea to click on your table and rename it. That way you just have a better way of calling out to it and a reference to it. But yes, this is not necessary, but I just think it would be a nice thing to do.